Shalom and welcome to Psychology of the Parsha for Parshat Nitzavim. Literally, the narrative of this Parsha takes place on the 7th of Adar, which is the day that Moses, the greatest Jewish leader, is going to pass away. Moshe tells the people, Atem Nitzavim hayom kulchem. You are all standing. Nitzavim means upright, steadfast, all here together. Kulchem, all of you. Lifnei Hashem Elokechem, before Hashem your God. And then he enumerates and spells out 10 levels, beginning from the top and going all the way to the lowest level of Jewish society. Rashechem Shiftechem, the heads of your tribes, and he goes all the way down until the wood choppers and the water carriers. But you're here all together. For what purpose? Le'ovlecha bivrit Hashem, for you to pass through the covenant with God that he makes with you today. Like everything else in the Torah, besides the literal storyline, we have also the esoteric, the subliminal message that's in each and every Parsha. In fact, this week's Parsha, Nitzavim, is always, without fail, read before Rosh Hashanah, the Shabbat prior to Rosh Hashanah. We get some insight from the Zohar. The Zohar tells us that whenever it says in the Torah, Hayom, this day, today, as an example in this Parsha, Atem Nitzavim Hayom, you stand firm today. The day, or today, is a reference to the day of judgment, Rosh Hashanah. And thus, the esoteric message here is, Atem Nitzavim Hayom Kulchem. How do we succeed in standing steadfast, standing firm on this day, on the day of judgment? When it's kulchem, when it's all of us together. When we stand all together, then we are lifnei Hashem Elokechem. Then we stand right before God. In fact, as Chassidut points out, the word lifnei, in addition to meaning before, on a deeper level means within. We reach into the pnimiyut, to the very innard, so to speak, to the very inside levels of godliness, to a point where normally we cannot reach during the regular year. Here's the question. First of all, how is it that we all stand together? The fact is, there are many differences amongst us. We are different. There's men, there's women, there are the leaders of the community, there are the simple people, there are the children, there are the wise, the learned, the less learned, those who do more mitzvot, those who do less mitzvot. Furthermore, if we all stand together, then how come Moshe makes it a point to spell out the 10 different levels, the hierarchy, and he goes down all the way to the lowest? Then why make a difference? Is it all-inclusive or not? It seems to be inclusive and then divisive. What is it? And the answer is, by understanding how we are all together, we can understand that in fact our differences are not a negative, but rather they're a positive. You see, we live in a society where everybody wants to be someone else. Women want to be like men. This person, everybody wants to be the president. Everybody wants to be what the other guy is. Everybody has aspirations to be something outside of themselves, something different than themselves. It might be healthy at a certain level, but not, unfortunately, the way we find it today in certain segments of society. What Moshe is telling the people, and what Chassidut sheds light on, is that we are all together. All Jewish people, we're like one body. In a body, there needs to be various differences. There's a hierarchy. Yes, you have the vital organs, you have the organs, the body parts that really help those vital organs, and you have the parts of the body that make it happen, which even the vital organs couldn't make it. You can't have a heart walking down the street. It needs to have a pair of feet to walk down the street. The head, if it wants to make the most beautiful picture, if it wants to write the most beautiful poem, it needs the fingers, it needs the hands to write it, to type it, whatever it may be. Under normal circumstances, you need to have all these body parts. Each one has its own unique identity, its own individuality. And together, it makes up this beautiful thing called the human body. And thus what Moshe is telling the people is, make no mistake, there are the leaders of the tribes, there are the regular people, there are the rabbis, you have the teachers, you have the coachmen, you have the water carriers. Each person has his or her task in life. Each person is complete and is whole by what they are meant to do. And together, we all are kulchem, we are all together. And thus, when we stand before Hashem on Rosh Hashanah, we have to realize, we have to remind ourselves that we are all together. And we all need each other. The head cannot walk, the head thinks. The feet cannot think, they walk. Together, they help each other. The head directs the feet, gives it the wisdom, the direction, the directive, where to go, and thus the feet go. And the feet take the head to where it has to go. I think the message in our day-to-day life, regardless of it being Rosh Hashanah or not, is very clear. Certainly, we have moments in our lives when we think, I should have been this, I should have been that. What if I was a different gender? What if I grew up in a different country? What if I grew up in different circumstances? What if I had a different profession? But we have to remember at the end of the day, the world collectively is not whole, is not complete without all the millions and millions of individuals. And so long that each one is doing his or her task and living it to the fullest and functioning at full capacity in a positive, healthy manner, the world is successful. The world is functioning. Society is actually fulfilling its mission. For society is a functioning society, a productive one. May this Rosh Hashanah bring to you, to me, to all of us, not only to us, Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people, but the entire universe. It's the birthday of all mankind. Bring only blessings and happiness, and may God fulfill all your heart's desire in a good and revealed and happy manner. Shalom.